How do I charge an air conditioning system? Do you know how to charge an air conditioning system? Would you like to learn how? What do I look at when I charge an air conditioning system? Today, I'm going to try to make it super simple. We're not going to go much into superheat and subcooling, although I am going to put a video down below. So if you are having trouble learning superheat and subcooling, I've got a video on how to charge an air conditioning system that is in depth, and it talks about superheat and subcooling. It's down there so that when this video ends, you can go check that out. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell, ding, so you know what I'm doing. If you need help with your project, you need tech support, you need consultation, you want to become a client, then click that join button, become a member. Let me know in the comments, say I joined. I'll give you my email. That'll lead to contact with me. And there are levels of membership that can provide you with my phone number or get you a one-on-one training with me one day a week. We're going to charge this 410A air conditioning system. I'm going to show you the before, the during, and the after, and you're going to be able to notice that the temperature split between the liquid line temperature and the vapor line temperature is going to be really, really, really small. And then as we fill that refrigeration system with refrigerant and the indoor and the outdoor coil become flooded instead of dry, which means they're full instead of empty, then you're going to be able to see that temperature split is going to get larger and larger and larger. I'm not going to be using my dual induct psychrometer to measure the supply air temperature or the return air temperature, and that's not the temperature difference that I'm going to be looking at today. I'm going to be just strictly showing you the liquid line temperature and the suction line temperature and how we can look at that and know if our air conditioning system is charged properly. You're watching HVAC Tips for Technicians. I'm Tad. Let's charge an air conditioning system. It's 90 degrees in the house. Just turned this 410A unit on, had a bad capacitor. Let me teach you something here. See that vapor line temperature and that liquid line temperature and how they're about 9 degrees apart, 88 and 97. This right here is 88 and this is 97. This is the liquid coming from the condenser going into the evaporator, and that heat is going to be absorbed. So you're going to have a temperature difference. So this goes in at 96 and it comes out 88. Okay, so that's, yeah, well, 97. So it's about 8 degree difference, 9 degree difference right now, but it should be 40 degree difference. So these two lines should have a 40 degree drop. And I'm going to show you as I add refrigerant. 410A, Goodman unit. It's in second stage, by the way. Never charge unless it's in second stage. That means you should have a reading from the C to the Y2 of 24 volts, and you should hear the outdoor fan and the compressor ramp up. We just added some refrigerant, and we're gonna check back here in about 5 minutes. So let's look at our temperature difference. 15 degrees. Before we had about 7 or 8 degrees. And this right here is 82 and 98. 145 and 283, take note of this. But we have now a 16 degree split. We are sending 98 degree liquid into our evaporator inside in the air conditioning operation mode. And then we are receiving 82 degree vapor from our evaporator into our condenser. Condenser makes liquid, evaporator makes vapor. So now I'm going to add some more refrigerant. We're going to look at these pressures and temperatures as I do it. Now take note of this. Superheat is 31. Subcooling is 7. So we want about 10 here and about 15 here on superheat. I do about 10, so 10 and 10. So we're almost there. And you can see it's 15 degree split. We should have about a 40 degree split, close to it. All right, let's add some more refrigerant. Make sure it's liquid refrigerant. Make sure you're using scales. All right, let's wait about 5 more minutes. And then we'll do another checkup. 5 minutes later, superheat's 15, subcooling 6.7. So we're getting close to 10, and this one's already 15, so that's nice. Let's look at the temperature split between 68 degree vapor line, 101 degree liquid line. So we got 101 degree liquid coming from the condenser, and then we're receiving back 68 degree vapor from the evaporator. So take a look, 152 and 293. The pressures have went up. Superheat has come down. Subcooling has went up a little bit, I'm thinking. Vapor line temperature has come down, and the liquid line temperature has gone up, so it's gotten hotter. And now we'll go to the mode, 33-degree temperature split. It's gonna get close to 40. Awesome. Evaporator, condenser temperature, nice. All right, charging 410A. Let's add a little bit more refrigerant, just a little bit. Make sure you weigh it in, figure out exactly how much the unit holds, all that stuff. All right. Now I'll check back in 5 minutes and we'll look at the pressures and the temperatures again. This is a 2-ton unit, it's the upstairs unit, and looks like it holds 153 ounces. So divide that by 16 to get the pounds. The low side, high side pressure, 153, almost 300, 62 and 101. So we have 62-degree vapor line temperature and 101-degree liquid line temperature. And that is, push the mode button, superheat is 8.3, subcooling 6, 38.9. So almost a 40-degree temperature split. That's what you're gonna have. And these pressures look great. 40-degree split between that. So we are sending a 101-degree liquid in and receiving a 62-degree vapor out. So very good. 410A. And this unit holds 9 pounds 5 ounces. So 9 pounds and 5 ounces is the factory charge, and we put in exactly 2 pounds. So beautiful. Always charging second stage. These gauges are pretty nice for a cheap price. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned how to charge an air conditioning system. And if you need more help, there's a video down below in the link in the description just for you, and it'll teach you how to charge an air conditioning system and use superheat and subcooling. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell, ding, before you leave so you know what I'm doing. If you want more videos like this, check out my playlist, HVAC Tips for Technicians. You've been watching HVAC Tips for Technicians. I'm Tad, and I'll keep you cool if you let me.